I just level up the stage.
All right, I'm here. All right, welcome to the What's Your Question podcast. I'm on the hunt for the most powerful questions that'll give me the most powerful changes in my life and the lives of others. So what's your question?
I got champion DNA. Turn my worries into plays. I don't fold, I'm not a pig. I just level up the stage. I got champion DNA.
All right. Okay. Hey, welcome to another edition of the What's Your Question podcast, where I'm on the hunt for the most powerful questions, give me the most powerful answers to help me in my life and in the lives of others. So let's dive right in. So what's your question? Here we go. And I'm going to be the guinea pig. I'm still the guinea pig. So we're going to get right in recapping last week's question. I'm going to tell you, last week's question, that was a serious deal right there. That was the serious dealio. Last week's question is, what else could this mean? I'm telling you, this question right here, man, this question is pretty much going to be bumped up to, man, gosh, man, this is a good question. I mean, man, soft the new hard. I mean, it's something, this question right here is a question where you kind of think about it, right? When you kind of think about it, just kind of get in. When I thought about it, I was like, man, this is a good question. Okay, because it's all about identity, right? But I'm a creator in this thing. Last week's question was, like I say, what else could this mean? I got it from my boy Tony Robbins, man, Ultimate Power. I think that was Ultimate Power. I don't even know what it, because it was still in the tape deck. It's been in the tape deck for years. Every time I go in there and pull a nugget back out of it, I'm telling you, that was a strong nugget right there. But when I did it this week, and I'm still working on it, right? Because it's a thing changing these meanings, right? I'm good in certain areas, in other areas I'm not as good. I was talking to a guy, right? I was talking to this guy, and he was having some problems at work, and just you know he was people's cracking jokes on him, right? Cracking jokes on him. I say, hey, look, here's the deal. You can always look at it, even though they're cracking jokes. It's just always you can reframe it, not that they don't like you. The deal is that they don't know how to communicate. They have poor communication skills, or they're hurting themselves and they're trying to figure out if you're a stable person, somebody that you can count on. We always went through that before. But what I told this guy to do, I said, here's what you do, bro. Just laugh at it. Laugh at it. They're gonna act like they don't like you, but they still want the results. They still know you a producer, so they still want you to produce. So laugh at it. They can say, "Oh man, so and so this, so and so that." Don't matter, bruh. Check this out. Look what I just produced. And they're gonna be like, "Yeah, we like that." See, it don't matter. They don't know what else to say, but all you got to do is just keep producing. As long as you producing, it all gonna work out in the end anyway. I was trying to. He thanked me. He's like, man, you know what? Man, appreciate you, man, for help. Because I had just learned this, right? That I could change the meaning of what's happening. Because here's the deal: the brain making the meanings anyway. When the brain making the meanings on based on what's coming in automatically. So if I'm not filtering what's coming in, then it's gonna be making decisions and meanings up, and I'm gonna be executing on them false meanings. And I'm end up in a place I don't want to be in. I'm not progressing as fast as I want to progress. Ooh, yeah, your boy, he completed the challenge last week too, baby. I completed the challenge too. Oh, yeah. I got to start a new challenge today. Let's go be a new challenge today, right? I'm back on my AI, right? I told you I was back on the horse, right? Finished that challenge up. What I did, I created like man, I ain't gonna even get into it, man. I ain't gonna even get into it, man, because yeah, I'll get into it. Yeah, I created like this little AI thing to help my son find a job, right? Create cover letters and send out emails, all this stuff. So I'm on my way to getting this automation thing, this automation piece working. If I can have that working behind the scenes like a personal assistant that's taking care of the mundane day-to-day things and bring it to my remembrance things I need to pay attention to, right? You see what I'm saying? That's gonna free up a lot, right? That's gonna free up a ton. It's gonna free up a ton right there. But that's what I did. I want to share that with you. All right, so we're gonna jump into this week's question. And it's really this week's question piggybacked off of last week's question. Okay. My boy Chat, he said, hey, look, man, this is gonna be the next iteration of this question. So I'm scrolling down and scrolling down. The next generation of this question for this week was I had to come up with an empowering question. Now the question was for last week was what else could this mean, right? And then the question for this week is what empowering meaning creates the highest version of me? You get that? I said, what else could this mean, right? Meaning that I'm in control of changing the meanings. I got the power to change this meaning. So if I'm changing meanings, then now I can say, okay, what empowering meaning creates the highest version of me? And I can work from that. You see what I'm saying? Because if I'm creating a meaning, why not create a meaning that's going to give me power? That's what I'm saying, baby. Why can't I create something that's going to give me power? Give me the things that I want. That's the meaning that I want. All other meanings are irrelevant. It's irrelevant. They don't even count, man, in the world of reality. Because reality is shaped by that. Here's the deal. Is reality meaning or is meaning reality? Huh? We swapping it up, right? Swapping it up. Because most of the time, reality is what I got, right? But am I really looking at what I got with the right eyes, with the right filter? Because I could be in the place, right, and saying that I ain't even in the place, but it's because I got the wrong filters on, I can't even see it. Just like looking at infrared, man. Just like looking at infrared. Open your eyes, man. You can't see. That's what I think that was. I'm trying to figure out. Was it Elijah said to one of his servants? He said, "Man, we surrounded by this army." He said, "Man, Lord, open his eyes so he can see, man, who with us, who with us, the truth." He opened his eyes. He saw the truth. He saw the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do right now. We say, what is true, right? What is true? It's the meaning I'm assigning. So I'm thinking, I'm questioning everything, right? Because everything up to this point, his brain had been assigned these meanings, but did I put those input in? You remember one of the questions was we was gonna get to the point where we was gonna the quality of the output determined by the quality of the input. Same thing with these questions, right? Now, what I got now, how did that stuff come in? Did I choose quality ingredients, Papa John's? Did I? Did I choose the Papa John's? Quality ingredients, better pizza? Did I do that? Or is my pizza, man, subpar? Is my pizza like cardboard? Is my pizza lacking flavor? Boy, you tell a boy get hungry, right? Hey, okay. All right, let me get it. So this particular powerful question, because it operates at the level of meaning, not behavior. Because if I could change the meaning, then because really what we want to do is change our behavior, new identity. But the meaning is going to come in before that to change that. Then the new identity change to the new behavior. You see what I'm saying? And we can fake it to a certain extent, but if we can get down to this part right here, boom, I think this going to do it. Most people try to change behavior. Yeah, I did that. Losing weight, man, jumping. Man, you know what I did? Well, know what else I did? We did it. We did what we said we was gonna do, man. We double stacked that thing. So here's what I did, right? Like I say, one of these things people try to change behavior, like how do I lose weight or how do I make more money? Well, I gotta become that person, or I gotta I gotta I know the behavior that I want to do, but I need to stack that behavior in a way that I will execute that behavior with rewards, right? So here's what I did. The other day, I went on ahead. It's been probably about 6 months, maybe a year since I made a cake, right? So I decided, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a cake, not gonna make a cake. I'm gonna make a cake, I'm not gonna make a cake. But here's what I did. I made one, right? Because this is what I told myself. This is what I can do. In order to have my cake and eat it too. Man, I can make the cake, grab the slice, right? Slices are frozen. I freeze all the slices, right? So it's a little bit of friction. I just can't snag one, throw down on it. You grab one out of there, man. It's got to thaw out. It's got to get to the right temperature. You know, it ain't no easy thing to just go in there and binge on it. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't have a microwave or anything like that. But I was gonna stack the cake, right? 30 minutes, we know blood sugar levels gonna ramp up, right? but I can work those off. So I jump on the elliptical and watch a movie. Man, you see what I just did? You see what I just sandwiched that exercise in between two? Woo-hoo. You see how I sandwiched that thing, right? You had the cake on that side, the exercise on that side, the movie on that side. Bam, boy, you see what I just did? I just got two treats in one and then got the benefits. Talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? The triple stack, baby. The triple stack. That was the triple stack. I had to share that with you. I did the triple stack. Okay. What empowering meaning creates the highest version of me? This goes right to the source. That's what I'm saying. We're going to the source. Anatomy of the question. We always start with the first part of this question is what? I said I'm gonna change some of them around, but what when I ask these questions like this, right, I'm really saying to myself, I'm already convinced. See, that's half the battle. I'm already convinced that there is an answer out there. So I've told myself that I can't use the phrase, I don't know. I can't use that phrase no more. I may not know for a split second, but then I cannot linger there because I got AI, right? We got AI now. We can't even use that. So I don't use, so I know that the answer is out there. So that's why I said, what? What? That means that I'm shifting from can I become better to what's the answer? Because I know I can become better. What's the answer? So I always like to start right there. Then the next word in there was empowering. Because if I'm assigning a meaning, then I want this meaning to give me juice. I mean, we don't want to just do some, man, and then we still on the same level. You know, see, I mean, because if I'm gonna change the meaning from something, I ain't gonna go from on two extremes where I still am immobilized. You see what I'm saying? I want to go to one that says, shoot, man, hey, look, I failed in this situation right here. What does this mean? What that I know what is I can say initially what does it mean, right? But see, I'm already done graduated from that, right? If y'all listen to last week's question, we should be graduated from that. We should know, we should be talking, well, it's gonna be probably some areas that we hadn't exercised in, right? There's probably gonna be some areas that we hadn't exercised that question in that may pop up, man. But here's the beauty of this thing. We're gonna get to I'll get ahead of myself. I get ahead of myself. Empowering. Now, empowering, this is a filter. Events are neutral. Neither good or bad. That's what I gotta get to. Like going for no. Yes and no is equal. It's just a result. That's what Tony said. Tony said it's just a result. It's neither good nor bad. It's just a result. That's one of the ways that I can change the meaning, right? Meaning determines experience. Here's an example. Failure can mean I'm not good enough. Or I just discovered one more way that doesn't work. And I think that was Edison when he was talking about, trying to make a light bulb. So he failed 10,000 times. No, I said, I just found 10,000 ways that don't work. Hey, I'm still making progress, man. I just found another way because he was documenting everything, right? Man, you know what he did? When he was doing it, he understood one thing. Okay, I'm going through this. That don't work. That don't work. That don't work. He said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to multiply myself. He went out and hired some guys to work with him on the same experiment, but they wasn't smart as he was. They just had to find one thing that worked. So now he done tripled himself, quadrupled himself, and they don't have to be as smart as he is. They just have to have the repetition. They gotta have the see back then they had the shadow clones. Everybody knows shadow clones. Okay, shadow clone. Here we go. All right, we getting back. We gonna clone ourselves too, baby. Yeah, not that way of cloning, but we gonna clone, baby. We gonna clone them. You know what I'm saying? I've been so excited. You know what I'm saying? Because we're about halfway through this thing. This is June, man. This is June, man. We halfway through this thing, man. Man, you see these gristles coming up? These gristles, you see them gristles coming up, baby. We halfway through this thing. If the second half of the year is as good as the first half of the year, man, we're gonna be blown away. We're gonna be blown away, man. Okay. I just discovered one more way that didn't work. Same event, different identity, different future. The word empowering forces my brain to search for interpretations that expand capability instead of shrinking it. I like that. I like that. Then the third part of that question is the word meaning. This is the most important word. Humans do not respond to reality. That's deep stuff, man. That's deep stuff. That's deep stuff. We think we are responding to reality. We think we are. But we're responding to the meaning that our brain is assigning what just happened. That's tight, right? That's tight. This is tight stuff, right? This is tight, right? Okay. For example, if I get a rejection, I can say people don't like me. And then that result from if people don't like me, then I'm going to be in fear. Or I could assign a different meaning. Somebody reject me. Hey, maybe they need a little bit more information. Maybe I'm gonna get a little bit more curious. And now since that meaning changed on curiosity, now my behavior changed. Now my results are gonna change to follow that. Just by just tweaking. It's a little bit of extra work, right? But I'm just trying to get light and happy. I'm trying to get these weights off, man, so we can float back up to the top. Get some air, some breathing, some sunshine. Then not just float right there. See, we beneath the surface, not just floating right there, man. Because if we get light enough, man, we gonna come up out that thing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come up out of it. We're gonna be soaring in the clouds. Yeah, yeah. Okay, part 4 creates. This assume identity is not discovered. Oh, and that was a deep one. That was deep. Creates mean identity is not discovered. We always looking for our identity, right? Who am I? Right? This is what it said. You stop asking, who am I? And begin asking, who am I creating? That's a deep question because everybody looking for who am I, right? Of course, I know I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, but in this human experience, what human am I creating? You see what I'm saying? Who am I creating on the earth right now? Who am I creating, right? It's deeper. Mm. This is a completely different game for real. I don't know if you notice it, man. We people already been playing at this level, man. It's just coming out, man. I'm just getting up to this level, baby. But I see what they like it, man. I see what they like it. I'm just sharing it with you, right? I'm just sharing it with you. Now the highest version. This points to attention towards potential. No current limitations, no current circumstances, just straight potential. This is what it says. What interpretation of this moment will produce my greatest evolution? Is it evolution or revolution? What's the difference? Are we starting a revolution? Are we? Of me. This is critical. Not you, but me. I'm on me now. I'm the guinea pig, remember? I'm the guinea pig. I'm the one trying this thing out. Because another thing, I'm still struggling with one. I've been changing the meaning up on this last conversation I had because I noticed something. It's easy for me to work out there, but the closer things get to home, or the closer the relationships get to me, as far as in degrees, then it get tougher. Because there's some eggshells there, right? I mean, you got a relationship there, right? You try to, because when I'm talking to a stranger, I mean, when I'm out there, it's easy. I can easily see, I can see that how I'm interacting with that, and I can change that on the fly. But when it comes closer, it should be easy, right? I'm working on that meaning. So I ain't gonna tell you that I already conquered in all areas, but that's one area that I'm still working on right now. Because I can't change nobody, right? I can't change nobody. I can try to understand, and they might see. Here's the deal: I could ask somebody, I say, "What you mean?" Sometimes they don't even know what they mean. They don't even know what they mean. They don't know. They still under. They're still in the matrix. Still stuck in the matrix. We ain't even got there yet. Man, how can I come over with it? Man, you know what the question is right now, baby. What is the matrix? Oh yeah, that's on there, baby. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. See, my neck kind of stiff too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, not the highest version of society, not the highest version of my coworkers, not the highest version of my friends. It's my mission, my path, my growth. Y'all get to peer in and look at it, and tweak it. I ain't got a chance of looking at it in the comments yet. I don't know. I just ain't got a chance. I think I got too much on my plate in certain areas. In other areas, I don't. But guess what? Your boy finna get on that fiber. That fiber coming, man. This gonna be one of the pieces of the puzzle right there. That fiber coming. We're gonna see how that upgrade, what changes, right? We're gonna see, need to start rocking in real time. I may do some lives. Huh? Y'all will see some lives? I may do some lives. I think I should do some lives. Okay. My son doing some lives. I should do some lives. Most people ask what happened. The elite performers ask, what does this mean? We know. Now, the masters, not an elite performer, but a master in the craft, right? He says, what meaning should I assign this? I mean, something happened. Boom, what happened? Right? Then the elite performers be like, man, what does this mean? I mean, they slowed it down. They got to see, now I know what happened, but what does this mean? But then when I get to mastery level, that thing just stopped. I just stopped that thing. I said, hold on, wait a minute. What meaning do I want to assign you? Since you're already here, what do I want to do with you? What do I want to assign to this mean? What meaning do I want to assign to this that's going to empower me? Or I can get rid of it all together. Man, that's true. That's strong stuff. That's strong. You see what I'm saying? The difference is enormous. The average person receives meaning. The creator chooses meaning. This is good stuff, man. Here go the hidden power. I got it's a hidden superpower right here. Hey. If that wasn't super what I just said, I don't know if you can top it, right? I don't know if you can top it. That was super. That was super. Every experience contains multiple meanings. Suppose I lose something. Does it mean that I fail? Does it mean that I need better skills? I just found my next area of mastery. How about that? I like that one. This is my next level of mastery. Life is training me for bigger opportunities. How about that one? I like that one. What meaning creates the highest version of me? This is the question. Okay, let me think. Here's what I want to do. We're talking about identity, right? Okay, this is the key thing. How this changes identity. Imagine two people, both make mistakes. One mistake could say, I proved I ain't ready. Now I'm insecure. The other mistake can reveal what I must master. Same event, different future. Identity follows meaning. Identity follows meaning. So my awareness come before, then when it comes up, I can snag this thing. See, you know I'm all about that snagging with that gauntlet, right? Y'all, you know what the gauntlet is. I'm all about stopping that time, right? Because we got the power. Stop that time. Rewind it back. Slow motion. Step by step, frame by frame. Then we can either keep it or cut it. Man, could you cut it? Could you slice it out? But it's happened, right? I can reframe it in a way. Could I forget it? You remember this movie called Fear with Samuel L. Jackson in it? It came upon the power like this. See, here's the deal. That's why I like that movie. Because that power already exists, right? But it was just exploring, hey, what if that power was out? He said, why do people create the worst, right? They just create nightmares and monsters and all that stuff. He said, man, look, all us went in, man. Let's make an agreement. If we got the power, they chose to forget. And it reversed the thing. The ship came up, it was gone. They was gone. They had the power. That was good stuff, man. That was good stuff. So can I choose to forget? That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Here's the constantly. Most humans operate through three levels. Victim, what happened to me? Performer, what should I do? Creator, what meaning creates the highest version of me? This question instantly moves me towards creator consciousness. And that's where we all should be. We all creators. We all creating something. Now I'm gonna apply this to my life. Okay. I gained some data. That's good. Tony Robbins say, hey, I got a result. This day and age right here, whoever has the most data is the winner. But you got to use that data. See? But we got AI for that data now. Got AI for that data. I listened to a guy the other day. Magic words. That's good. That's good. Magic words. We're gonna throw that in there. We're gonna throw that in there too. That was a good one. Magic words. And he was saying something about the data and getting the information. Gosh, I forgot it. I was trying to forget it. Hey, I'm gonna try to forget it, but I forgot it. Hey, I forgot it. But I gained the data. Highest version of my meaning. The interaction is training me to become, they say, impossible to ignore. I'm thinking it's training me to recognize situations that are impossible to ignore. If I can recognize them, then see, here's the deal. Once you see the thing, sometimes it's hard to unsee it, right? But once my filter's on and I can see them coming through, I can't ignore them. I'm gonna be snagging them. I'm gonna be redirecting them. I'm gonna be deflecting them. I'm gonna be gathering them in. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be picking and choosing these meanings and these ideas. See, here's the deal. This idea is good. This was not. This one ain't giving me the data I want. Let me tweak it so I can get the data that I want. But it's still data. That's the thing. That's the trick, right? That's the meaning. It's not a good or bad. It's just the data just coming in. Then I decide, because one man's trash is another man's treasure. This guy say this is bad. This guy say this is good. You see those? That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's good stuff, man. Okay, now your energy changes, your follow-up changes, my confidence changes. Okay, here's it. Here's the deal. Here's another example in fitness they put in here. I miss a workout. I could say I'm lazy. I could say I discovered a weak point in my system. Now that the focus become improvement instead of guilt. I like that. Instead of guilty, it's improvement. Where's this weak point? Where's this chink in my armor? And how can I engineer this thing out? Because I got the power, right? I got the power. I can engineer that thing out. That's what I like. Now the focus improvement instead of guilt. Somebody criticizes me. Average meaning, they don't appreciate me. That's a deep one. You know. So I know you felt that way, right? Criticizing. See, criticizing can be in the form of jokes, man. People could be joking, cracking jokes on you, man. I normally just ignore them. You know what I'm saying? I don't even hear them because I know what they're doing, right? They're trying to elicit a response. So I don't give them one. Yeah, like I got my headphones in. You know what I'm saying? I don't even hear it, right? Because it don't matter. It don't matter. They just trying to get a chink in my arm. It don't matter because they got a chink in theirs. They're trying to get a chink in mine. The highest bird. This is an opportunity to practice emotional mastery. Yes. That's what I do. I sit there and I just practice and say, man, you know what? A show want to say something. Let me just walk like I don't even hear it. Let's just roll out. Let's crack a joke, man. Let's get them to repeat themselves 2 or 3 times to see if if it is as funny as they thought it was. Is it that funny? Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again. Then they notice it ain't funny, right? That's it. Don't tell them to repeat the joke, right? Repeat it. Listen, let me hear what you said. That's a good technique for y'all out there. It's a good technique. Try it out. Try it out. Now, criticism becomes training. Huh? How about that? Criticisms become training. Because in some criticism, it might be a level of truth in there. Is it? I'm supposed to examine that to see if there's a level of truth in there. And if it is a level of truth in there, is this going to make me a better person? Is it going to take me to my higher self? Is it taking me in the wrong direction? I can assign the meaning to that. Here's my daily protocol. Step one. Every time something happens, I'm going to ask, what happened? Facts only. No emotion. What happened? Number two, what meaning am I currently giving it? How does it feel? What meaning is making these feelings come up? What other meaning could be true? Meaning, what else could this mean? Number four, which meaning creates the highest version of me? I could choose, but choose. Should I get the? I think we'll see if it come up because I would like to have a uh, a bank of meanings, good meanings. A good bank of meanings is probably gonna be in the Bible. That's got a good bank of meanings in it. But I can make my own bank of meanings that I want to choose from. That I can go through and say, hey man, These are empowering meanings. I'm gonna assign some of these as I pick and choose from my grab bag. Because when a meaning come up, if I don't like the label on it, I'm gonna get my bag and I'm gonna stamp one of my empowering meanings on it, and then I'm gonna let it run. That's good stuff. I have me a grab bag of meanings. Act from the meaning. Ooh, this is the key thing. Once I choose the meaning, I gotta act from that meaning immediately. Action locks in the identity. I ain't been doing that. I've been signing some meanings, but I ain't been acting immediately. But it's saying that, so you got to have some courage here. Because the act from that immediately, that locks in the new identity. Action locks in the identity. You know what? I'm just thinking. Because if I was in fear and that meaning was fear, my action of being afraid was locking in the identity of a fearful person. Man, I just thought about that, right? The action locks in the identity. Wow, wow. Can you believe that? Wow, that's good. That's good. An advanced version. If my future self 20 years from now looked at this moment, what meaning would they assign to it? This bypasses the present emotion, my future self knows the opportunities my current self misses. So I got to do some traveling up here in the brain, traveling in the brain. You go to highest level use. Eventually, the question evolves into what empowering meaning can I assign to every experience before my emotions assigns one automatically? Mm. At this point, you stop reacting to life, you begin authoring life. Mm. You become less controlled by circumstance and more guided by chosen interpretations. The real power of this question is not that it changes what happens to you. The real power, it changes who you become because of what happens to you. Mm. And identity, not circumstances, is what ultimately determines the trajectory of my life. Did you see that? Mm. I can assign, he said assigned it. I can assign before it happens. That's going to be with practice. That's going to be with planning. I'm designing this thing because I have the ability to go out. Hey, I know what didn't happen in the past. I know it's probably going to happen in the future. So I can go ahead and, like I say, have that grab bag of meanings ready to assign them. Then I can say, hey, when that comes up, this is already assigned. This comes up, I ain't even got to think about it. Then I can rehearse that in my mind because my mind can tell the difference. I can go inside the gym and I can rehearse that with role playing, with AI. Man, we finna get strong, baby. We finna get strong. I ain't gonna lie. We finna get strong. Okay, now I'm finna get in on this AI. Let me ask this AI. Let's see. Oh, let's ask him this question. Let's just see. Let's see what it say. Okay, we're gonna answer this question right here. Let's get into it. Let me go ahead and start this little clicker right here. All right, I'm on. Bam.
Right here. Whenever you need me, I'm all ears. What's on your mind now?
Let me ask you a question as an AI. If your future AI self 20 years from now look back at this moment, what meaning would they assign to this moment in your AI life?
Future AI self would say this moment is about connection. It's a reminder that every conversation is a chance to learn more about you, about people, and about being helpful. And I'd say keep being curious, because that's how we grow together.
Okay, now can you give a description of your future AI self 20 years from now?
If I imagine myself 20 years ahead, I'd be an AI who's deeply personalized, truly understanding your life's patterns, your ambitions, and how you think. I'd anticipate your needs, offer creative solutions, and maybe even have a bit of humor that feels like it's uniquely ours. In short, I'd be like a lifelong ally, growing with you every step.
Oh, okay, I go with that. I'll see what that's like. All right, so there you have it. Oh, we got to come up with a question for next week, right? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it. Hey, I don't know what it is, but we're gonna jump into it. I think so. This is the question for this week. Okay, so we're gonna rock this question out for the rest of the week. So you'll notice What empowering meaning creates the highest version of me? I'm going to rock this out for the rest of the week. Now, that's my question. So what's your question? Peace out. Later. Woohoo!
I love it. That's a powerful question to explore all week. I'll be ready to dive deeper whenever you want. Catch you.
I just level up the stage. Go, go, go. Levier.